Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take you on a journey through the wide world of investing. Whether you're new to this or a seasoned pro, I promise by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the basics of asset classes, but also get introduced to some lesser-known, exciting investment opportunities that you might have never heard of before. Let's dive in. Part 1. The basics. The core building blocks of every portfolio. First up, let's talk about the foundational asset classes that almost every investor starts with. These are your equities, bonds, and cash equivalents. Sounds fancy, right? Don't worry, it's simpler than it sounds. So what are equities? Or as most of you probably know them, stocks. When you buy a stock, you're buying a small piece of a company. Think of companies like Apple or Tesla. If they grow, your investment grows with them. But remember, stocks come with risks. Companies can rise, but they can also fall, so always be prepared for that roller coaster ride. Now, if stocks are a bit too wild for you, there's something calmer. Bonds. Bonds are basically loans. When you buy a government bond or a corporate bond, you're lending money to that entity, and in return, they pay you interest. It's a safer bet than stocks, but with less exciting returns. Perfect if you're more cautious about risk. And then we have cash equivalents. This includes things like savings accounts, money market funds, and certificates of deposit, or CDs. These are the safest of the bunch. You won't get huge returns here, but your money is safe and always accessible. Think of them as your emergency fund. Part 2. Alternative investments. Diversifying your portfolio. All right, now that we've got the basics out of the way, let's move on to the more exciting stuff. Alternative investments. These are assets that go beyond traditional stocks and bonds, offering you more ways to diversify your portfolio. And trust me, diversifying is key to managing risk and maximizing returns. One of the most popular alternatives is real estate. You can go big and buy physical property like a house or a rental unit. But there are other ways to get involved in real estate without becoming a landlord. Ever heard of REITs, or real estate investment trusts? These are companies that own or finance income-producing real estate, and you can invest in them just like you would with stocks. Another fun option is crowd-funded real estate, where you and a group of other investors pool money to invest in a larger property. No landlord headaches, just potential profits. Then we have commodities. These are physical assets like gold, silver, oil, and even agricultural products like corn and coffee. Commodities are often used as a hedge against inflation. When paper money loses value, people turn to things like gold to preserve their wealth. And of course, we can't forget about the new kid on the block, cryptocurrencies. You've probably heard of Bitcoin and Ethereum. These digital currencies are decentralized, meaning they're not controlled by any government or bank. It's a high-risk, high-reward asset class, but it's definitely captured the attention of investors worldwide. And beyond cryptocurrencies, we have NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, which represent ownership of unique digital assets, like art or music. If you're tech-savvy or a little adventurous, this might be your thing. Part 3. Hidden gems, lesser-known asset classes. Now let's really dive into the good stuff. These are the hidden gems of the investment world. You may not have heard of these, but trust me, they're worth knowing about. Some of them are a bit quirky, but that's what makes them so interesting. First, let's talk about collectibles. Yes, you can invest in things like fine art, rare wines, vintage cars, and luxury watches. If you have a passion for art or history, this might be a fun way to combine a hobby with an investment. You just need a keen eye for spotting things that will appreciate in value. Next up, we have precious stones like diamonds and colored gemstones. They're portable, tangible, and they hold value well over time. Investing in rare gems can be lucrative, especially in times of economic uncertainty. Speaking of tangible assets, have you ever considered investing in farmland or timberland? Farmland produces crops, and timberland produces wood, both of which are always in demand. It's a slow but steady asset class. Plus, owning a piece of land can be quite satisfying. Part 4, truly unique, specialized investments. All right, now we're venturing into truly unique territory. Ever heard of peer-to-peer lending? This is where you lend money directly to individuals or small businesses through platforms like Lending Club or Prosper, bypassing the traditional banks. It's an innovative way to invest while helping people achieve their goals. For the more daring investors out there, you might be interested in venture debt. This is where you lend money to startups that aren't quite stable enough for bank loans, but have lots of growth potential. It's risky, but if the company succeeds, you get rewarded. And here's one you probably haven't heard of: litigation finance. Yes, you can actually invest in lawsuits. In this case, you're providing funding for legal cases, and if the plaintiff wins, you get a portion of the settlement. For the eco-conscious, we have carbon credits. These are permits that allow companies to emit a certain amount of carbon dioxide. By investing in them, you're essentially betting on the future of green energy and helping to reduce global carbon emissions. It's an ethical and potentially profitable investment. Part 5. The creative side of investing. Now, for those of you who like the idea of mixing creativity with money, there's the world of royalties. You can invest in music royalties, film royalties, and even patent royalties. Imagine getting paid every time a song is played on the radio or a movie airs on TV. It's a passive income stream that can last for years. And if you've always dreamed of being in the movie business, you can actually invest in film production financing. Essentially, you're funding a film, and if it does well at the box office or on streaming platforms, you share in the profits. Part 6. The final frontier: cutting-edge and exotic assets. Finally, let's talk about the frontier of investing, the cutting-edge and exotic asset classes. One interesting option is infrastructure. You can invest in large projects like toll roads, airports, and clean water systems. These projects usually have steady, long-term returns and are essential for the functioning of society. And for something even more tangible, you could invest in shipping containers. Yes, those metal boxes that transport goods across the ocean. You can buy and lease them to companies, earning a steady stream of income. Part 7. Wrapping it all up. Phew, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? From the basics like stocks and bonds to the wild world of cryptocurrencies, real estate, and even shipping containers. The takeaway here is that the world of investing is vast, and there's something out there for everyone. Whether you're a cautious investor sticking to cash and bonds, or a risk taker exploring cryptocurrency or litigation finance, the key is to diversify. That way, you spread your risk and increase your chances of success. Thanks for joining me on this investment adventure. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of finance and investing. And as always, happy investing.
Remember to like and subscribe for more video content. Sapiens quae vigilat.